Good afternoon. We have Dr. Jayant Kumar Gupta coming
Good,
to us live, and we'll be discussing on COVID and pregnancy. Sir,
good afternoon. Uh, this year, it has been a completely different health scenario throughout the world. The infection that has spread, which has started from China and has spread to almost all countries of the world, has also come to India. In India, from January to December of 2020, a UNICEF estimate suggests that there will be about 20 million deliveries in our country, which means there will be pregnant women who may be exposed to COVID or who may actually be infected by COVID. And today's discussion, which is in question answer form, we are going to take a few pertinent points about care of pregnant women who have contacted or contracted COVID-19 virus.
so the first question that we have is, are pregnant women at an increased risk of COVID 19?
Actually, it has not been shown by any studies that they are at any more risk than the ordinary person. However, it is also important to realize that in pregnancy there are a lot of changes that happen inside the lady's body, and that can sometimes result in if she gets infected, she may get sick pretty bad. However, till now we have not had any extra kind of morbidity or mortality.
The next question is that how can a pregnant woman and the baby inside be safe, and is it safe to attend the hospital during this time?
Firstly, universal precautions that has been suggested, like hand washing, social distancing, and wearing of masks once they go out of their homes is important. Apart from that, antenatal clinics can be attended with consultation with the doctor. What we have done, and I'm sure most other doctors have done, we have reduced the number of antenatal visits to a bare minimum essential, so that women don't have to come as many times as they used to do when there was no COVID. And of course, there is distancing in the sitting arrangement, there is checking with thermal scanning, and hand washing is provided. And after every patient has entered a doctor's chamber, that chamber is sanitized again.
Does COVID 19 increase the risk for pregnancy complications?
Uh, Pregnancy complications are typical of pregnancy, and COVID-19 does not increase the risk of it.
Okay. If I have COVID, can my baby also be infected?
The chances of the baby getting COVID is very, 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 very rare. Only a few babies have been found to be positive after being delivered from COVID positive mothers, and I would say the chances are extremely low, and we should not worry about it.
Can a COVID positive mother breastfeed as well?
A COVID positive mother can breastfeed provided she understands that close proximity of the baby may put the baby at risk. So if she wants to do the natural way of breastfeeding, she has to wear mask, she has to wear gloves, she has to sanitize her hands before she touches the baby. And there is another way, is she can express breast milk and feed the baby. Breast milk does not carry COVID.
Is it necessary that if a mother has COVID, the delivery has to be cesarean?
Not necessarily really, but sometimes the logistics of actually arranging everything for delivery, eh, that can sometimes be a problem. So it all depends upon the patient's wishes and the facilities available in the hospital, because a patient who goes into labor has to be looked after by people wearing PPE, including doctors and nurses. Again, if she suddenly needs to be shifted for a cesarean section because of labor complications, that means again, you have to have your regular, you cannot do it in a regular OT, you have to do it in a special OT. So it's a discussion with the patient and decision is joint.
How should labor pain be managed in women with COVID-19?
Just like any other labor pain, only thing is that the medical personnel, nursing personnel should be very careful about wearing PPE, and labor progress has to be monitored regularly.
Can an asymptomatic partner or support person attend labor and delivery?
They can, provided they are provided with the PPE and they do not take it off while they are inside the room.
How should the baby be evaluated postpartum?
After delivery, the baby is taken care by the pediatrician or neonatologist, who routinely would do the swab testing for the baby and check for COVID.
Okay. Should the mother with COVID-19 be separated from her baby?
This is a question which has to be jointly discussed. Number one, the mother has to realize that there is a potential for baby getting infected through her, and also the baby, we have to make sure that the baby is protected. So separation to a certain extent is of course needed, but apart from the time of breastfeeding, etc., I'm sure that the mother can look after the baby wearing proper protective gear.
When a pregnant woman goes for USG, what precautions are to be taken?
Firstly, the USG machine is sanitized. The machine actually is covered so that by plastic screen sort of thing, see-through plastic screen. The USG is done. Patients are brought in with spacing so that after each screening, that room and the machine can also be sanitized.
The next question that we have is, how long should mother-baby precautions at home continue after recent infection?
At least for 14 days until she is negative.
How does a woman continue antenatal care?
Antenatal care has to be done on a regular basis, but not probably as frequently as in the normal cases. Here they have the option of online consultation, and except for when she needs certain tests like ultrasound, she need not be in the hospital.
A more concerned question is that whether visitors are allowed when the mother is admitted in the hospital.
Each hospital has different kind of policy, and I believe in our hospital the policy is to allow only one person, and that too for a short period of time, because we do not want outsiders to come in and get sort of other patients exposed. So one person at a time for a short period of time.
Does COVID-19 cross the placenta?
Still now it has not been found in the amniotic fluid, though some studies suggest that placental infection may be there on the maternal side, but it has not crossed the placenta to the fetal side.
Should a low dose of aspirin be avoided in pregnant women with COVID-19?
It depends upon why we are giving the aspirin. If a low dose aspirin is given for some pregnancy related complications which had happened in previously, like growth restriction, etc., or for that matter APLA syndromes, those things should be continued. Just because she has COVID-19, you should not stray away from standard management of obstetric patients in such cases.
should planned induction of labor or cesarean delivery of asymptomatic women be postponed during the pandemic?
I don't think so. I mean, as long as the patient is able to come to the hospital and we are able to do the necessary testing, we can carry on with our planned inductions as well as planned cesarean section, and that's what we are doing.
If someone gets labor pain suddenly, is it safe to go to a hospital emergency?
Of course, you have to think of delivering in a hospital, go to the emergency. Our first priority would be to look after the laboring patient, and the COVID testing will be done definitely as time permits. But first priority is to look after the laboring patient.
Thank you, sir, for answering our questions, and I'm sure our audience here has actually learnt a lot, especially the expecting mothers. And we are sure we'll get more questions and we would be able to get them across to you
Sure.
and get them answered. Thanks again.
Yes,
And,
looking forward to it. Thank you very much.